Before I say anything about the title, I just wanted to say that I know there was a longer break in between the last video. That is probably going to become a bit more common because as of writing this and recording this, I move in T minus 2 weeks. I also just needed a break in between the last video and this one. I wrapped up at my job, yay, and had family visiting, and that took some priority. But once I'm at school, I will be quite busy as well. So I'll be aiming for a video maybe every 3 to 4 weeks, hopefully. Anyway, I know I have no right to ask, but if you can, please hit that subscribe button and please discuss this one with me. And back to it. ADHD and its isolating properties. It is something I find woefully underdiscussed. People think of ADHD and think, ooh-wee, they're certainly hyper, without realizing just how intense it can be on the inside. ADHD brains literally work differently than a quote-unquote normal brain. Sensory overload, hyperfixations, difficulty with routine, and more and more and more and more. But there's also a specific kind of loneliness that doesn't happen when you're by yourself. It happens when you're sitting in a room full of people, even a room full of people you care about, and yet you feel so alone. Sometimes this isolation can feel like peace, but sometimes it is haunting and so incredibly lonely. Sometimes a game can capture the dual kinds of isolation. I find that peaceful, loving isolation in Minecraft. The lonely world, but bursting at the seams with possibility and creativity. The only semblance of human life being the villagers, though they can't say anything other than a few grunts and goofy sounds, but they also don't really interact with you unless you interact with them first. The only other life in Minecraft are the animals and monsters, all of whom are somewhat avoidable. Say if you lived a vegan lifestyle in Minecraft in a well lit area kept around your home. It somewhat mimics controlling the sensory input. If you want absolute silence in this Minecraft world, you put torches everywhere, and you keep animals away. You can isolate up to a mountain where it's just you and whatever else you choose. But you can also choose to establish a home in a village surrounded by a healthy number of livestock next to a cave system with monster spawners. It's all up to you. The world is your metaphorically blocky oyster. That's partly why Minecraft is such an amazing game when the world gets too loud, at least for me. I can go and do whatever I want, however I want, and can turn up or turn down the sensory load from the real world. A game that does not do that, though, is, yes, I'm talking about it once again, Cyberpunk 2077. Night City is the other side of this strange sensory based coin. It is such an isolating, overwhelming, filled to the brim with people, corporate hellscape of a city. Night City is the perfect representation of sensory overload, overstimulation, whatever other words can best describe it. Ads blaring at you on every piece of purchasable land, holograms popping up, cars blaring on the ground and above you in the sky, gangs starting shootouts on every block, people selling you products in themselves in every corner. Night City is designed to consume you, to consume your peace, to feed the peace of those that deem you unworthy. A waste of space, another dollar in their overflowing pockets. Night City is the perfect representation of what it means to be alone in a crowded room. Picture this. Your friends and you are oh so excited to go get dinner together on Friday night. Even you, generally a very introverted person, is excited because you get to go. You get to be social. You get to see your loved ones. However, Friday finally rolls around and you have no social battery that day. You wake up and just wish the world skipped a day. But this has been planned for weeks. You can't cancel. The clock starts ticking slower all day, and you are more mentally tired with every passing second. You just want the hangout to start and be done with, so you can go home and be alone. You finally get there, and everything and everyone is just so loud. The music in the restaurant. There's a table of screaming children. Your friends are talking loudly, and you feel like they don't even notice you're there. Your food comes out wrong, but you just don't care anymore. You put your mask on, your mask of social ability, and white knuckle the rest of the night. You get home and just crash. This is what playing Cyberpunk can feel like. When you're in the heart of Night City, it can feel so overwhelming. But the game still hands you the reins somewhat. You are still V, you still have some power. You're able to take on the gangs. You can fight back. You can drive quickly. You can skip the drives. You can take the bus. They give you an out. Hell, there's the entire desert out there, which just makes it so painfully ironic that a fictional corporate hellscape built to crush human spirit still grants us more agency, control, and breathing room than the real world does on a Friday night. Besides the options presented in game, you can also just turn the game off. You can't do that in the real world. When it gets too much for me, for example, I put in my earbuds, but some people consider that rude. You can go to your room or spot of comfort, but people will say you're being antisocial. People who don't struggle with neurodivergency don't understand that it is simply self preservation. In the moment, me taking a walk and listening to the same 5 songs on repeat is me, to use a corny example, what else did you expect? Me recovering my stamina or my energy. Thinking about it like a video game actually helps somewhat. Sitting down at a table full of people isn't just a social event for me. I have to monitor every sound that comes around. I have to think about every damn word coming out of my mouth. I have to make sure I am making the correct faces. I have to do so much more than just be with people. That's the core of what being alone in a room full of people is to me. Sure, I'm sitting with a group, but sometimes I just feel isolated. It hurts a little when people assume you don't care or are being rude when the room turns into Night City, so you go take a walk. I get it, but I also understand that they don't get it. And it's hard to explain that you're just recharging a battery or whatnot so that you don't snap at them or say something you don't mean. It's something that gets lost in translation. You aren't withdrawing, you're protecting yourself so that you can give back. Because unlike Minecraft or Cyberpunk, there are no difficulty options. You can't turn the game off. You can't change the volume or sound effects. You just have to live it. But that doesn't mean you can't have a spot for yourself. It's not antisocial or checking out. It's just giving yourself a quiet moment of peaceful isolation in a world where that is becoming exceedingly rare. So, yeah, I guess that's this video. I don't know. I just wanted to be a bit more candid at the end of this one because I know, all 13 of my subscribers really missed me. Um, but yeah, I just kind of needed a break. And over that break, I kind of thought about what I wanted to make next. And the line alone in a room full of people just kind of stayed in my mind. And so I guess I wanted to discuss it in the sense a little bit of Minecraft, but a lot of Cyberpunk, because if you watch this video, you'd understand. Um, yeah, I probably won't get anything out for a bit more because once I move and all that, and also when this actually comes out, when I get around to editing it, you lazy bastard relic. Um, yeah, because once I move, I'll be kind of thrown into school. So yeah, it might be a while before you guys see me again, or I guess hear me because I don't have a camera to put my face on. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, we'll try to get something out before the end of September. Wake me up when September ends. My meds aren't working today. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.